And now I'd like to introduce you to Shri Prakash Nanda, the Editor-in-Chief of Uday India. He has read in BJB College, Bhubaneswar, in Jawaharlal Nehru University, Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy, and of course, Seoul National University. He's authored a number of books. He earlier worked as a diplomatic correspondent and a strategic affairs editor. He has been consultant on international affairs, and of course, he is the Editor-in-Chief of Uday India. May I request him to please formally welcome all our guests today.
Mr. Rajnath Singh, Honorable Home Minister, Government of India, Mr. Prakash Javadekar, Honorable Minister for Environment, Government of India, Mr. Santosh Gangwar, Honorable Minister for Textiles, Mr. Siddheswara, Honorable Minister for Heavy Industries, Colonel Rathore, Honorable Minister for Information and Broadcasting, His Holiness Swami Chidanand Saraswati Ji, Mr. Jhunjhunwala, whom we affectionately call Babuji, Mr. Mriduhari Dalmia Ji, and my friend Umesh Upadhyay Ji, all esteemed guests of honor who have come from media, business, industry and academia, and ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Uday India family, let me say that it is a matter of great pride that we have completed 5 eventful years of our nationalistic journalism. We began small. We are not daunted by the enormous challenges confronting our slow but steady growth. And we are confident that we will emerge a big voice in the days ahead to play an important role in shaping India. Since our inception, our agenda has been very clear. We have been firstly honest in rejecting the orthodoxies that dominate our national discourse. We have challenged the overwhelming domination of one particular school of thought or ideology in our intellectual life that does not see the interests of India and Indians beyond the slogans of socialism and secularism. We therefore have been seeking and inviting writers from a variety of professions to engage in lively and open-ended debate founded on serious, sustained arguments and evidence. We have tried to provoke and enlighten, not to plead or to please the guardians of any particular ideology. Being pro-India has been our obsession. For us, being pro-India means taking a pragmatic attitude towards policy problems and highlighting the effectiveness of approaches over contending orthodoxies. We believe in a strong India that has a legitimate space in the Committee of Nations. We want a world in which India matters, not just in strategic aspects, but also in its economic, cultural, and historic dimensions. India should not symbolize power. It must be a nation with a purpose. What should be important to the world about India is therefore not just its politics, but the society from which this politics arises, including India's culture, values, public beliefs, and historic imagination. We have tried to argue in our pages that in an age of huge financial deficits, growing unemployment, and inter-community rivalries, all due to vote bank politics in this country, time to glorify poverty and lifestyles of the poor has gone. We must not do something. We must take concrete actions for change, not through revolution but imaginative reforms. Let me quote here Edmund Burke, who had said that while revolution is terrifyingly destructive, reform is always necessary, for it is the means of our preservation. To us in Uday India, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Make in India mission is a reflection of such a reform. And how this reform will progress, there are many questions that have been asked. And I think the answers will be coming from the esteemed invitees, and we are fortunate that Government of India senior ministers and senior leaders from the business, they will be reflecting on this phenomenon.